Just say it, man. Don't make me ask 20 questions.
What is the point?
Get to the point.
Just say it already!
Welcome to the Podgram. If the news has you in a knot, how about you let Ari Shaffir remind you life's good and the internet is fake?
Is kind of an occupational hazard. If you're going to be
occupational hazard. Yeah, you're walking on the line. What I want is one or two people walking out of the 144. If I get 20 people walking out, okay, I went too far over the line. But if you don't get anybody for a whole weekend on the road, you don't get a couple people walking out, I don't think I've done my job. Because there's some uptight people. You want to like, hey, you're actually not supposed to be here. This is a cool thing. And you're not cool. So we want to drive those people out while everyone else is laughing hysterically. You know, it's like, when you want this laugh, like, oh my God, like that means someone's going to go, no. So that's part of it. Now, you try to mitigate it, which is like phones and pouches here. Yeah. It's only for the people in here. They get taken out to someone else, and people are like, how dare you say that? And you're like, you were never supposed to. Who's showing this to you? I got one where a lot of people came after me for a tweet about Kenny Rogers when he died. And then anyway, but somebody like 3 days later just showed it on like some like middle-aged blog. And I was getting all these death threats from like middle-aged white ladies. And I was like not mad about it because I'm like, okay. But I'm like, hey, who showed you this? Yeah. Who sent you something they knew would make you mad? It's not for you. It's for me and my comedy fans. Who's like, they're look at that. Like they're trying to make you mad. Why would they do that? It's like taking Mein Kampf to a Jewish school. I'd be like, can you believe this? Like, get out of here. They're not supposed to read this right now.
Do you think that's what's really happened? It's not that necessarily people have become more sensitive. It's just because of technology.
Yeah, the algorithm favoring the negative.
Yeah.
Trying to, when everybody, this Israel and Hamas stuff, right? Both sides I see, I don't get involved. Both sides I see go, the amount of fucking people thinking the opposite of me on my feed are crazy. And they're both saying that. And you want to reach out and be like, guys, they're showing you at a 2/3 rate the stuff they know would make you mad. They're showing you the fucking, if you're pro-Israel, they're showing you the pro-Gaza side or the anti-Israel side. If you're pro-Gaza, they're showing you the anti-Gaza side. And they're not showing anybody a recommendation for a new movie. You know what I mean? It's only the stuff you care about. They're not, if you're into dog adoption, they're showing you how these dogs are mistreated. And they're not showing you any Hamas and Israel stuff. You know? They're just showing you stuff that makes you mad. And you're on there going, I can't believe this world. And it's like, it's not that world. My sister's Orthodox Jewish. She's like, do you see a lot of anti-Semitism around the fucking country? I'm like, none. Zero. And it would come to me. And I've never seen it. I walk around New York. I travel for work. I've never heard anything. You just shut the fucking laptop and it's gone. But people are on there. So they're showing people stuff jokes that would make them mad. They're showing the Asian community that Shane joke or fucking Tony's joke or whatever anybody gets caught for. It's like, who's showing it to these people?
Right.
It's kind of funny, actually. It is actually, now that I think about it, kind of funny. Let me show this joke to the exact wrong people and watch them go fucking ballistic. Actually, it is pretty funny. Yeah.
What is that compulsion to make jokes about the darkest subjects? Where does that come from?
I don't know. I think it's to make relief from it. It's like, because you can. It's only funny if you recognize it. It's horrific. You know, you just can't. You have to have some distance to be able to make jokes. Some distance, but you have to recognize this. It's AIDS, rape, the Holocaust. You know those are terrible. So when you compare you dropping your pizza to getting AIDS, it's like, oh, that's a massive difference. But if you compare dropping your pizza to, I don't know, somebody backing up their car and kind of hitting your bumper slightly, which is like a slight perturbance, it's like, well, there's no humor in that. Those aren't far enough off. So you recognize how horrific the Holocaust is. So that's a good comparison. To take it lightly is silly.
So you think the online world is making us see...
It's statistically irrelevant, and you're living in it. Shut it. Shut the laptop. None of it's happening. My friends are so into this. And I'm just like, guys, you're just wrong. It's not happening.
What I hear from people who feel more strongly about it than you do is there room for that level of complacency, they might say, given his
history?
history?
It could lead to the Holocaust. Yeah. Oh, yeah, George Bush was going to lead to his new Hitler. Oh, well, not him. Okay, but Donald Trump, yes, he's the new Hitler, but not George Bush Jr. And it's like, guys, you just keep saying this. You just keep saying this shit. This will be a nuclear holocaust because of fucking Iran. Oh, it didn't happen. Oh, yeah. I should have not gone skiing that week so I could go to a picket. Or I went skiing. You guys were all crying. Who had a better time? Just in general, you got to put your focus on positive shit.
That's very
I see
true.
so many of my friends focus on the worst, and it's like, guys, it's great outside. It's so nice outside. You know? All this stuff, like, I mean, there's so much fucking this is all my special, but like there's so much negative shit in the world, but like there's literally flowers outside and no one's saying shit to me. Like, what are we living in this negative space for? The anti-Semitism has not gotten to the 1 of 19 level.
You don't feel that?
No. Every day, there's nobody's coming in contact. That's almost every day. No Jew is coming in contact with anything. You know, every Jew walks around all day and nothing happens. That's almost every day for everybody. I'm telling you, I have friends in dog adoption. They see dogs everywhere being mistreated, and everyone else doesn't see it.
That's right.
And they're living in this world. They see a Chihuahua and they're mad because like that's a Mexican family. They're gonna abandon that dog, and that's their reality. And your reality is not that. Being on the news wouldn't have helped him in any way. It would have just hastened the fucking anger. Shut it. Just shut it. It's all horrible. And you know they're driving you to horrible. Just shut it off. It's fucking great out. The science is on another level. Comedy's on another level. Every comedian is doing fucking arenas. It's all going great. Let's not live in this fucking horrible negative place. It's all going great.
This is a man who hasn't yet moved to England.
I know.
Thanks for listening to this installment of The Podcram. I hope it contains something useful for you. If you enjoyed these selections and are curious about the curator's own thoughts, you can check out my other podcast, Psychic Lube, where I share concise concepts meant to grease the intellectual gears and help get your creative juices flowing. Each episode is an ongoing collaborative project that welcomes listeners to expand or rebut its points by email or comment, the most interesting of which get incorporated through periodic re-recordings. As always, if you're intrigued by today's content, I encourage you to go listen to the full podcast in its original form directly from its creators so that their sponsors keep paying them to make stuff for us and nobody feels compelled to sue me for copyright infringement. Now, get off your phone and go do smart stuff. Have a productive day.